Supportive and always looking out for others, Trinity is a frame that trades in combat abilities for those of healing and support of her squad mates. As always, before we get into it, I need to give my disclaimer. Builds for frames or weapons in these videos aren't for everyone. Find the build that works best for your playstyle. Information in this video will also be based on the current version of the game as of the making of this video. So if something seems outdated, it's most likely because it is. Okay? Let's dive in. Trinity is fragile in terms of stats. While having very low armor, she has a decent amount of health, shield, and energy. Trinity's passive ability allows her to revive fallen squad members 25% faster and from 50% further away. Turn enemies into healing beacons. Wall of Life suspends a single enemy in the air and emits a healing aura around the target. It will heal allies who are in the aura a small amount per second. Enemies turned into a Wall of Life are invulnerable but can be damaged to give additional healing. All damage dealt to the target is stored and then dealt after the ability ends. Pool of Life, the augment ability, makes enemies drop a health orb along with a small chance of dropping an energy orb upon death. You can never have too much energy. Energy Vampire extracts energy from a single target, causing them to pulse 4 times throughout the duration and replenishing the energy of both Trinity and her allies. The target is staggered constantly and deals a small amount of their remaining health, or a quarter of their maximum health. If the target is killed early, it releases all the pulses at once. Vampire Leech, the augment, converts excess energy into shields, which can even boost into overshields. Redirect enemy damage. Link imbues Trinity with defensive energy and tethers nearby enemies. Any damage done to Trinity is reduced and transfers damage and status effects to tethered enemies. Trinity must be tethered to at least one enemy for the effects of Link to work. If Trinity is tethered to an enemy affected by Well of Life, she gains the lifesteal of damage directed to the Well of Life target. Link's augment, Abating Link, reduces the armor of enemies tethered by Link. Become a savior of yourself and allies. Blessing restores both health and shields for both Trinity and her allies, while also granting damage reduction against enemies for a short period. The damage reduction affects damage taken to shields and overshields, however, it doesn't grant overshields. Currently, this ability has no augment ability. Modding Trinity can go many ways. Flow or Prime Flow can further increase her energy pool. Strength mods such as Intensify and Blind Rage can increase the amount of healing per second by Well of Life, the energy per second by Energy Vampire, and the damage reduction granted by Blessing. Duration mods such as Continuity and Constitution can increase the duration of all of Trinity's abilities. Range mods such as Overextended and Stretch can increase the range of Well of Life, Energy Vampire, and Link. My build for Trinity goes as follows: Energy Siphon for the aura, Prime Flow to increase the energy pool, Prime Vigor to increase health and shield, Quick Thinking as a failsafe, Prime Continuity and Constitution to increase the duration of all of abilities, Streamline to decrease the energy cost of abilities, Intensifies to increase the damage reduction of Blessing along with increasing the health and energy replenished by Well of Life and Energy Vampire respectively, and Cunning Drift to increase the range of Well of Life, Energy Vampire, and Link. While Trinity isn't made for combat, here are some ways to use her against enemies. First cast Link, then cast Energy Vampire on an enemy along with Well of Life. If you feel yourself in a tight situation, cast Blessing to replenish your health and shields, while also granting you damage reduction. And that concludes our look at Trinity and the last of the original 8 frames. We'll now be looking at frames in the order they were released after the original 8, starting with Frost. So if you don't have anything for that, leave a comment below and I might feature in the next one. Just remember, Trinity is a bastion of healing and a great addition to any squad. Until then, stay true, Tenno.